Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on another team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So NC State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes.
There he goes! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. He'll try to pop the draw. Powers through. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Now from inside the red zone. Plucks it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at his own 10-yard line, and that was hardly the return they were looking for. So North Carolina's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Wynn. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going right to work up top. Buys a little time with his feet. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, North Carolina State! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to New Mexico. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding, all right? This offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Lynn. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. It's French. Turning it on. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll go to the ground. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Floating away. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Running to Green. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. Is putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. He marched 78 yards down the field, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We reached the break. It's NC State on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Lynn. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Getting set for the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Dropping back, it's Lynn. Got his man quickly. And they swarm him under. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
They kick it away on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a 1st down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about. It's his legs, too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Knox. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon has the lead currently at Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking for a man. It's Lynn. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. Turns it loose deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is, spread.
Working that deep right side, an excellent concentration on the catch.
Well, late in the year, this guy is
and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now improvising. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Number 17.
With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking to throw. It's Lynn. Throwing right. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lynch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
Exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head, and you saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Finds his back in the middle. NC State going up tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Back's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as Yafets comes out to start the next drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He goes out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team.
On to kick it away.
Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Got it.
Might be calling a hot route.
Let's go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive.
Set ready.
Corner's going to give them room. Looking to throw, it's Lynn. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. And he's coming out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. First down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Ready, set.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Running the red zone, it's Hawkins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
North Carolina, 0.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They go to the ground. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Open space at the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete on the right side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second and goal for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now third and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's French. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. There he goes! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Dances away. At the 35, he's open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Really nice job of awareness on 1st down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, NC State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
North Carolina, 0.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the wideout. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 4 over Texas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Hawkins. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Across the 45. Turning it on. The 20. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board.
Number 16, set to kick off.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Bought a little time, lets it go. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Whips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive going to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The quick out gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Keeps it and gets the 1st down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away and you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Keene. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Quick strike through the air for the score. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here's a heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, Everything has gone their way, and here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's French. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great kick.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Rushes on him. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.